Mohammed Salman Khan, and we are back with another session of Career Talks. Career Talks is a platform which is aimed to provide youth with the first-hand knowledge of the corporate world, guiding them to reach their goals and counseling for their career growth. Okay, so we are back with another session, and the guest speaker whom we are going to discuss this session would be Sir Tahir. So let's welcome Sir Tahir. Assalamu alaikum, sir. How are you?
Walaikum Assalam. I'm doing good. I hope you are also doing good.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Alhamdulillah. First of all, I would like to thank you for taking out time for us despite a busy schedule. Okay, so before we officially start this session, I want you to tell us about yourself, your current experience, and your current experience, your current position, and your past experience to the audience
Okay.
who's listening to you.
Okay. So Assalamu alaikum to all. As Salman has introduced that today I will be discussing with you regarding my experiences and regarding my studies. So I was graduated from NED, same as you guys, in electrical engineering. My major was power because in NED, electrical engineering only offers the major in power, and I was graduating in 2013. Then I worked for 1.5 years in K Electric. Because you all are power engineers, so you should be familiar with the K Electric as well. I was over there in HT operations for Region 3 South. And then in October 2015, I traveled to Germany for my master studies. Over here, I was a student at Darmstadt University of Applied Sciences. Also, again, in electrical engineering, my major was power again. And then since 2.5 years, I'm working here in German industry, which is more tilted or oriented towards the automotive industry with the basics of electronics and power electronics and somehow the programming of microcontrollers. So that was a short introduction of me. During my studies in Germany, I also have done 6 month internship at a company, then master thesis also with a company, and then some research work with my professors. So that I think that should be enough for the start, and then I can go with your questions.
Thank you so much for the introduction. But let me correct you, I'm the only electrical engineer here.
Okay, the rest are not electrical engineer.
But
Perfect.
they are NED graduate, they are NED students.
They are NIT students. That's fine.
Okay, so I would like to ask you about your experience at the corporate sector.
Okay, so like because I have worked in Asia and Pakistan as well in Karachi, and then I also worked in Germany. So both were like big entities or big groups where I have worked, and like in the corporate sector, I think I am not exactly sure what kind of things you are looking for, but I can give you an introduction how a corporate culture basically looks like and what they expect from you. Normally in a big groups, when you join as a training engineer or a management trainee, then you will be rotated in different 4 to 5 departments. Like in my case, in K Electric, during my 1 year of training program, I was in 6 different departments. And then I came to know about how the business flow is working, how the technical side is working, how the non-technical side is working. Even I was also involved for 1 week with the human resources department, and then with the billing and calculation department. So everything which basically you should know as a management trainee in a corporate sector. And then when I moved to Germany, over here, as I mentioned earlier, that I worked as a trainee as well, as a master thesis student as well, and currently I'm working as a full-time employee. And again, the same thing for initial 6 to 8 months, everywhere in any corporate sector, you will get some time to learn the tools, to learn the skills, to polish your skills actually based on what you have studied during your bachelor studies, like 44 or 42 courses NED. And then I think by the time when you are just on the verge of graduation, I think you should ready yourself with some soft skills and technical skills. It matters as well, but in my personal opinion, any like in Germany, when I joined a company, they asked me, you are an engineer and you know English as well and basic of German language. So I think, and you have done your masters, your bachelors, so you can solve the problems. So you don't need to hurry or think about like either you are well trained or not. We will give you the training, and then after 8 to 10 months, we will expect some result from you. So in any corporate sector, there's the same culture or same working flow. So if you have any question regarding this corporate sector, you can ask me. Otherwise, we can switch to the next question.
No, that would be fine. Thank you for sharing, for telling about the corporate journey. Okay, my next question would be, so what would be your preference for a fresh engineer who's about to graduate, whether he should pursue for masters or he should gain some experience first?
Hmm, that's a very good question. Actually, it depends. For example, if you are willing to pursue your master studies somewhere abroad, then I think you should just try, because the visa process, the admission process, anyhow takes around 1 year. So you should plan like this. In the meantime, you can join a company for sure, but your final goal should be like you should move to the country where you want to pursue your masters as soon as possible, because over there during your masters, then you will get 20 hours in a week to work, and you can get some internships and work student. So if you are willing to get, like for example, you want to move to Canada or Australia as an immigrant after getting 5 years of experience, you are not willing to pursue your masters, then you should get your experience in Pakistan. And after 5 years, when you will have enough points for the immigration, then you can apply for that. But in my personal opinion, if for me, for example, I was very willing to pursue my masters in Germany. So by the time I joined K Electric, I was just preparing my all the documents, attestation from Higher Education Commission of Pakistan, and everything. And it took around 1 year for me, and then I was here. So in the meantime, the experience I got in K Electric was really helpful for me. As you asked in the first question about the corporate sector, it really helped me. So I personally think it varies from person to person. You can go in both directions. Salman, your microphone is off. I think. Yeah. Uh, yes.
Am I audible now?
Yes. Now you're audible.
Okay, so moving on to our next question, that is about challenges at workplace. So, what are some common challenges mostly faced by employees at workplace, and what do you think? How should they respond to them?
Okay. So what challenges normally you face at workplace could be very different as far as your culture is concerned. For example, in K Electric, I was in HT operations, so there was a somehow the working culture, and but it always differs from Asia to Europe. So when I was at K Electric, then over here, like normally you face different kind of problems. If you are working in a power utility, for sure you will face a different kind of problems, and then sometimes you will have a lot of stress, and you have to work like overtime as well. You have to work 4 to 5 hours in a corporate sector in a day, other than your 8 normal hours. But when I moved to Germany, over here the working culture, the corporate sector, the working culture was totally different. You have to work 8.5 hours a day, and after when you are done, you can close your laptop and you can simply move on. But the problems you face in any corporate sector, you can tackle it with, like, discuss with your manager, sit with him and tell him about your personal life, about your personal goals. You should be very clear with him. I was working at K Electric. My manager was quite good. I used to tell him that, sir, I have to go for the document attestation. I have to go for the letter of recommendation to NED. So kindly give me 1 day off. And then he tell me that no problem. You can, like, for example, for the next day, you can work for 12 hours or 10 hours, or even you can complete required 160 hours a month. Normally how it works in corporate sector, you have to cover your 160 hours in a month. So either you can complete it in let's say 3 weeks in Germany, for example. If in Pakistan, then maybe you can fix it by 3.5 weeks, and then 3 days will be off for you. But you will face a lot of problems. It depends on the culture as well, and sometimes the behavior of the manager will be not that good with you. You will say it's harsh with me, but then you have to, because you are junior, and then you have to tackle it. You have to discuss with your immediate seniors who are not that much seniors. For example, if you are from NAD, everywhere you will find a senior from NAD. Just discuss with him on a tea table and tell him this, the politics I am facing. He will give you the solution. Senior is always important for you. Your senior everywhere, in any corporate culture, in any company, just stick with your senior and ask him how you tackle actually the same issue, and then it will be very helpful for all of you.
Thank you for comparing two different cultures, mentioning examples accordingly. Okay, so in your opinion, how would one make linkage with seniors, peers, and subordinates?
Hmm. That's a good question. Actually, in this current era, the era of digital media, the era of social media, I personally think it's very easy to connect with your seniors. Like the way Salman, you actually connected with me, and actually I used to connect myself with my seniors even in Germany. For example, if I have an interview with a company, I use in the LinkedIn, I used to search the company and Pakistani, just like, or anything, whatever I want to search, enter it, add the people, and ask him like how the company culture works. So that is the way. Actually, what is your final goal? For example, if you are willing to pursue your career in production side, just follow the top 100, your seniors top 100 who are working in production sites since 5 years. Follow their CV, follow their LinkedIn profile, what they have done, how they groom themselves. So I think in current era, this, for example, LinkedIn, it's like Facebook, I would say definitely, but it's a kind of informal. But on LinkedIn, it's a kind of formal, and then you can connect with your seniors. Try to search, for example, if you are from electrical engineering, I don't know other, either they are from mechanical or from wherever they are, just type mechanical engineer NED, for example, or electrical engineer NED, and go to the people option in LinkedIn and see who is immediate senior to you, for example 2 to 3 years senior to you. Connect with him and then start discussing with him. So our seniors are quite like helpful. I found it helpful. And on LinkedIn I have around 8,000 links, 8,000 connections, and whenever I get some problem in my any software, any tool, I just searching on LinkedIn, find the relevant person and connect with him. So I think in the era of digital media, it's quite easy.
Thank you for sharing insights on how we can increase or broaden our uh, social media connections
Yes.
with our seniors. So my next question would be like how to make work environment unbiased.
Okay. Hmm. And that's a good question. To if the this should be a duty of ideally your team lead or your manager to remain as unbiased as possible. But like whenever you have joined as a freshie or as a trainee engineer in a company, you should try to be very neutral. In any corporate group, in any company, there could be 2 to 3 different groups. You should not be a part of any group, because initially for 1 year you have to learn a lot of things. If you are biased towards one group, then maybe the other two groups will not help you. So how you can remain unbiased? Just uh, uh, just avoid, just like your behavior, your body language will tell everything. Just show everywhere that I am a junior, I want to learn from everybody, I am a neutral. And sit, for example, when they are doing their sitting, sit with them, get their WhatsApp number, just message them and ask them. For example, if you have fear that if I sit with this group, the other group will watch me, they observe me, and then they will not help me the way I am expecting from them. So in this regard, I think you how you can remain, how you will be unbiased, again, ask your manager either he is unbiased or not. I think normally the manager is unbiased, but the deputy manager or the others who are working under him, there could be some 2 to 3 groups. Just connect with your manager and just connect with 2 to 3 persons on which you rely totally, who are already your seniors in NID, for example, or from any other university, who have already faced a problem. Just connect with them and ask them. Again, I would say how you tackled, how you was unbiased, how like you face these issues, because the time when you join this company, maybe they are already senior to you. So I think they can help you, because anyhow, in any part of your life, your senior is very important for you. What I have observed, starting from the first year of NED, or I would say from the interpre engineering till today, even till today, whenever I face some problem, I take the help of LinkedIn, I take the help of social media, I connect with them and ask them, I'm literally facing this issue. How have you solved this issue? Then any guy who's senior to you, either 1 year, he can give you a lot of information. So your senior is anyhow, your manager is very crucial to remain unbiased by yourself, and then the culture should also be unbiased.
Okay, so moving on. Since you've since you've electrical background, also you've worked in electric for almost 2 years,
Yeah, 1.5 year,
right?
yeah. Yeah, 1.5 year.
So what would you suggest that how a fresh electrical engineer could enter into K Electric,
Hmm.
as it is one of the biggest and potential market for electrical engineers?
Okay. uh, by the
And
time
I
I
can
Yeah,
relate with that since I'm an electrical engineer.
for sure. And by the time I was graduated from NED, there used to be a campus drive from K Electric. They used to take around this 70 to 80 electrical power engineers, and then 20 to 30 mechanical engineers, some engineers from IM, some engineers from chemical engineering. So like there used to be a test, or you can say during campus drive, there was a test consisting of some questions of mathematics as of GRE, for example, and some questions related to the English, some questions of current affairs, some questions of IQ, and then but that, like, if you need to only get 50% of the marks, and then you will face 1 to 2 interviews at K Electric. So initially, your goal should be to enter into K Electric as soon as possible, because their program is structured in such a way. For 1 year, you will be rotated in 6 different departments. It will be high voltage department. It will be underground maintenance. It will be substation maintenance. It will be HT transmission, high voltage transmission, and then to generation as well, to Binkasin power plants. You will be rotated in all of the 6 or 7 departments at K Electric: generation, distribution, transmission. And then you will actually, it's not in your hand. The final decision where you will be placed, or where you will carry on your 1 to 2 years as assistant manager, will be decided by your supervisor or your team lead. He will finalize, or your DQ, like, who is the director of generation, director of distribution. He will finally decide Salman will be placed in, for example, substation IBC or SSM department, or grid station protection department. It will not be in your hand. But when you are in K Electric, then you will come to know about the electrical utility. You will come to know about the working culture, and it helps you anyhow in whatever department you are. You will enhance your skills. You will try to communicate with people and ask them about the different departments and information. And it will help you a lot. So you are an electrical engineer. Just visit the website of K Electric regularly, and just try to be familiar with their culture, and just connect with 2 to 3 seniors from K Electric from different departments, one from IBC, one from substation maintenance, one from underground maintenance, for example, one from high voltage HT operations. Just connect with them. For example, I am from HT operations. I was from HT operations. Just connect with them and ask them how is the working culture and what skills I should have before entering into this corporate era. So I think that should be a way.
I hope that sums up on which department should the electrical engineer should apply at K Electric. My last question would be, are there any growth opportunities at K Electric?
Yeah, actually, after 1 year of assistant manager training period, you will be assistant manager automatically. After 1 year, you will be an AM, assistant manager. And how it works further, you will, like, there will be an appraisal procedure or evaluation after every year. Your manager will fill some points for you, will fill a form, and will send it to human resources department. But normally they give the promotion from AM to deputy manager to those who are senior to you. So what I have seen, those who join with me, or those who are senior to me, normally after 2 to 3 years, you will be a deputy manager. But if you work hard and your manager is good, he's happy with you, and he's giving you a good appraisal, then maybe within 2 years you will be a deputy manager, and after 5 years you could be a manager as well. And then there is a deputy general manager, DGM, and the general manager. I think by 15 years you could be a general manager with a very handsome salary of around 5 to 6 lakh. I don't know exactly what is it right now, but it could be around 5 to 6 lakh, yeah, per month.
Thank you so much for such detailed responses on every question I've asked. Also, now have a clear perception of where I have to apply at K Electric, and I'm confident that I can apply at K Electric. Thank you so much for your time and taking out time for us and giving insights on what electrical engineers should do once they are done with their graduation. Uh, Stay tuned for more updates, and this interview will be on YouTube and Facebook page. That is Career Talks. Thank you for watching. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz, I wish you all a very good luck for your final year's exams and projects. So I hope we will see us all again in future. Have a nice day to all of you. Have a nice weekend. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.